Hello, Professor. My name is Shrishti, and my group mate is Shashank Sharma. And this assignment, we have done the vulnerability assessment of DAM vulnerable web application. This is DVWA, and which is hosted on Metasploitable. And we have performed active reconnaissance to find the vulnerability. So these are the steps we have performed for this vulnerability assessment. First of all, we have opened the DVWA application on Metasploitable, and after that we have opened the ZAP and select the URL which we have to select as a target. And after that we have start scanning. After scanning we have found 45 alerts in which we have selected a few five vulnerabilities which we are going to discuss. So first vulnerability is source code disclosure. So by this any attacker can know the running web servers and find the all they can easily attack on running server and find all the secure documents and all. And to prevent this, the recommendation is we should also always upgrade the most recent version of our application. And second one is directory browsing. So this is the second vulnerability we have found in this is of medium risk. So by viewing the available listing uh, on directory, attacker can find the secret script including file backups and source code and other private data, and they can easily hack and gain the access of this. So for this, the recommendation is always turn off the directory searching and make sure the indicated file don't pose danger in this necessary. And after this, Shashank will continue other three vulnerable assessment we have found. Over to you, Shashank.
Yeah. Hello, Professor. My name is Sashank. So, for our third vulnerability, we found this one hidden file found. During our research, it was discovered that a sensitive file was available or accessible when we used ZAP for this, vulnerability assessment. And this file could expose administrative as well as configuration or credential information that a hostile person could use to intensify their attack on the system or to carry out social engineering operations. You can see the screenshot as well. Now, if I have to give the recommendation, then if you think about that the particular component is genuinely necessary in the production. If not, then disable it. If so, make sure to access it as it is restricted to those with the proper credentials. In addition, we can limit the exposure to internal systems or particular sources like internet protocols, etc. For its risk analysis, what we can do, we can find some way to inclusion of file flaws. We can give an attacker the ability to read and occasionally run the files on the victim server. Another vulnerability which we found was this server leaks information via X-powered HTTP response header fields. Here, one or more X-powered by HTTP response header on the web application server are leaking information. This is something what we found while doing the vulnerability assessment using ZAP. Here, attackers may be able to find additional frameworks and components on which our web application depends. If I talk about the recommendation to fix this vulnerability, then we should, as a developer, we should ensure that X-powered headers are supposed on our web browser application server, and we should also use load balancer to avoid such vulnerability. If I analyze this vulnerability on the basis of a DRAD risk analysis, then one or more HTTP response headers on the web application servers are leaking the information. So if attackers can identify other frameworks as well, or the other components on which our web application depends, then maybe we are able to exploit those components. Access to such information may make it easier for attackers to do so. The last vulnerability which we found was HT access information leak. So here what happens, the configuration of the Apache web server software can be changed using htaccess files. We can enable those files, disable additional functionalities and capabilities that the Apache server has to offer. So this is the screenshot where you can see that what we have performed over there. This screenshot, I mean, other than the screenshot, you can also look the things which are there in the screenshots, like what URL we used, what risk is associated, etc. So to recommend, if I have to recommend the solution for this vulnerability, then we can make sure that htaccess file cannot be accessed by any other person. I mean, only authorized person can use that. Uh, if I talk about the analysis of risk, then the configuration of Apache server software can be changed using htaccess file, right? So to enable or disable its functionality, Apache web server does not, allow everyone to make such changes. Only authenticated person should be allowed to do such things. Can you scroll more? So these are some of the references which we used during this assignment. So as we know that we had to prepare the video till 5 to 7 minutes. So that is everything from our side. Thank you.
Thank you.